The lead of Suits, L.A., played by former Arrow and Heel star Stephen Amell, isn't where he wants to be in his career or on this planet. He has lost just about everyone he loves. One of the few remaining positives in his life is taken away before the pilot ends, pushing poor Ted even further into misery. To be clear, Ted is not poor. He is very well off, if not outright wealthy, considering he is a formidable attorney operating out of LA's luxurious Culver City neighborhood. At the very least, he has enough money to feel comfortable, and that comfort should be indulged from time to time, tell a few jokes, go out for a couple of beers, maybe catch a Lakers game. Ted isn't enjoying life because when we first meet him, he is in full crisis management mode. Even after the pilot finishes burning bridges, he doesn't seem interested in rebuilding them. Some of us still recognize the legal procedural as a definitive drama of the USA Blue Sky era, even though a surprising number of people didn't realize Suits was a great show until it went viral on Netflix in the summer of 2023. Was Suits flawless? Not at all, especially in its later seasons. However, the uniqueness of those initial seasons was undeniable. In the original series, Gabriel Macht played Harvey Specter, a narcissistic corporate lawyer. When we first met Harvey in the pilot, he was dissatisfied with the status quo and decided to hire a drug-dealing bike messenger named Mike Ross as an associate at his prominent legal firm. Unlike his colleagues, Mike had never attended law school, much less Harvard. Harvey took a significant risk hiring Mike because of his undeniable charisma and photographic memory. A Suits revival seemed inevitable when the show became the most popular program in the world in 2023, over a decade after its USA Network premiere. Shortly after, NBC announced Suits, L.A., a spin-off. Now, more than a year and a half later, Suits creator Aaron Korsh has attempted to recreate the original series' magic with this new installment. In the Suits, L.A. premiere, we meet Ted Black, played by Stephen Amell, at a turning point in his career. Throughout the first episode, he compares himself to Patrick Mahomes, which tells you everything you need to know. Ted is a Yankees fan and was a federal prosecutor in New York with the power to bring charges against the city's most dangerous gangsters. He then relocated to the West Coast, pivoted to entertainment law, and co-founded one of the biggest firms in the city with his colleague Stuart Lane. However, on the eve of his most significant case, Ted's world falls apart due to an unexplained tragedy. This event seems to be the main narrative driver of the show. Ted and Stuart decide to merge with Ted's ex's law firm to dominate the legal world of Los Angeles. To understand Suits, L.A., we must first comprehend Ted Black's past. The audience is thrown into the nightmare of Ted's final case in New York, where he used emotional blackmail to force a witness to testify against a ruthless criminal. The show makes it clear that Ted is the kind of man who will stop at nothing to win. After his house is blown up mere moments after his witness agrees to testify, Ted barely survives the blast. The explosion doesn't deter him from continuing the case, even after a doctor informs him that his witness is dead. The full details of the lawsuit and the real reason Ted left New York remain unknown, likely to be revealed later. We do know it is tied to his father, the criminals, or both. Following the incident, Ted moves to Los Angeles and joins forces with Stuart. The Suits, L.A. premiere also reveals that despite attending law school and spending years in the legal system, Ted does not believe in the necessity of criminal defense lawyers. In his view, anyone accused of a crime is guilty. Yet, paradoxically, he chooses to go into business with a defense lawyer. Ted transitions to entertainment law, which primarily consists of contract litigation, while Stuart handles criminal defense. He gives up a career of putting criminals behind bars to negotiate higher salaries for celebrities. This shift might make sense if we understood why he left New York, but we don't, making it one of the more puzzling aspects of the premiere. Ted and Stuart merge with Ted's ex-partner Sam's firm as the next step in their legal empire. Despite having serious trust issues, Ted agrees to this merger without hesitation. However, Stuart and Sam betray him, stealing all of his employees and leaving him with only 2 junior partners. Ted then faces a choice: promote his protege, Rick, or the ambitious young lawyer, Erica, to head of entertainment. Rick is positioned as the new Mike Ross, sympathetic, talented, and dedicated to his clients. He repeatedly tells Ted he deserves the promotion, but in the end, he betrays him by leaving with Stewart. Ted's decision to make Rick and Erica co-heads of entertainment isn't what drives Rick away. Instead, Rick is outraged that Ted takes on the criminal defense of a wealthy film producer, feeling it is a betrayal of his values. Rick, portrayed as the lawyer with a heart, ironically opposes the idea that even the accused deserve legal representation. Erica, on the other hand, seizes the opportunity, stepping up as the sole head of entertainment and earning a partnership. Ted supported her when Stewart wanted her only to manage diverse clients, and now she is fiercely loyal to him in return. It's unclear whether Suits, L.A. is positioning Ted and Erica as the next Harvey and Donna, which could never be replicated, or if their relationship will be more akin to Harvey and Jessica. However, Erica's character has potential, and she may ultimately leave to start her own firm. Beyond his legal battles, Ted is haunted, literally. We learn that his final year in New York still torments him. He hallucinates that his deceased brother, who had Down syndrome, is visiting him in his lavish LA apartment. Initially, it seems like Ted is haunted by nightmares of his last case, but the show later reveals that Ted's father was a corrupt lawyer who ended up in prison. Ted's brother was killed the night before his father's sentencing, supposedly to protect Ted. It's unclear if this happened during Ted's childhood or if it's connected to the bombing in the premiere. While Suits took 2 seasons to unravel Harvey's backstory, Suits, L.A. dumps a massive portion of Ted's history in the first episode. Yet, surprisingly few of these details help establish the show's world or provide meaningful context for Ted's actions. His visions of his brother are deeply unsettling. Does he realize his sibling isn't real? What does this say about his mental health? Is he fit to represent clients? Why is a Suits spin-off experimenting with ghostly hallucinations? In summary, we have a morally questionable entertainment lawyer who returns to criminal law, alienating his closest colleague in the process. Ted might have feelings for his new head of entertainment and sole remaining partner, and his father may or may not be a murderer. While Suits was often over the top, at least it had a clear legal focus. Suits, L.A. doesn't seem to know what kind of law it wants to highlight, or even what kind of show it wants to be. Right now, it's a mess, but there's still hope it can find its footing with time.